Hedera HBar. The king will return, guys. Cryptocurrency is bleeding towards the downside right now, but fundamentally HBar is building stronger and stronger use cases. Every single day it's setting records for the number of transactions it's producing, and there's so many positive aspects about HBar. So don't be fooled and don't panic about what's happening right now in crypto. So do me a favor, hit that like button. Let's get into this video, guys. And when the markets are down like they are right now, I focus on some very key things to identify what I should be buying, because it's very difficult for us to buy right now, because psychologically we think that it's going to keep going lower. Because if you look at the HBar chart, things have got ugly and are getting uglier, and potentially will continue to get uglier and uglier. So we need to find things that are keeping us in the game. I've already alluded to the transactions part here, and the HBar bull over on Twitter tells us this. For anyone who is actually paying attention to Hedera HBar right now, it's broken its own record for daily transactions, knocking on the door of 1,000 transactions per second on average, and over 80 million total for the day. Most of the transactions are coming from a value-added use case outside speculation, and this is to be ignored at your own risk. We know, jumping across to the HBar website, they tell us many different things. They're focusing on powering a Web3 ecosystem going forward. You know that I'm passionate about Web3, GameFi, NFTs, technology, not necessarily profile pictures, but the tech behind them, and a blockchain that can basically support all of this. And HBar does that. It's recognized by some of the world's biggest brands, not only in tech, but in energy, in banking, in telecommunications, and so much more. They pretty much have the ecosystem to be able to support the global blockchain needs across industry. So when we have to pull the trigger and buy into a bear market, which feels horrendous, well, it warms my heart a little bit to see all of this stuff going on behind the scenes with HBar. And HBar is just falling towards the downside, because right now in the space of crypto, there's not much in the way of institutional investment. Most of the money in crypto right now comes from, I'd like to say, the smarter crypto investor, but we are still a bit degenerate. Crypto, as I've mentioned in other videos, turns us into crypto junkies. We're just chasing that dopamine high of the big pump in the morning when we wake up to a 40% gain or a 20% gain or whatever it is, which we've not seen for a long time. So we go looking for our high somewhere else in dirty meme coins, and you'll never get there. But like all good things in life, guys, we need to focus on the longer term, because that's where the real gains come from. If you want to get in shape, then there's a long, hard journey of eating clean and going to the gym ahead of you. If you want to get a good job, there's a long, hard amount of study before that, so you can go and get a good job. So why should making money in crypto be any different? If you are prepared to invest in finding the very best projects and taking the hit emotionally and buying when they're low, well guys, I've got a secret for you. You're going to make some money in crypto, for sure. Now what we can see on the charts is kind of interesting. Bitcoin basically has been going sideways since the 17th of March, and it's printed this head and shoulders pattern. This is a very bearish pattern, guys, and we would anticipate that Bitcoin would fall down to around $22,700. If Bitcoin does this, HBar will bleed like 30–40% in my opinion. But do I know this for sure? Absolutely not. I've told you before that I don't know what's going to happen. I can just anticipate what I think might happen. Right now, I do think that Bitcoin is retesting this previous area of support as resistance, and I would anticipate it falling. Now, what we could potentially see is Bitcoin do this, or what we could potentially see is Bitcoin do this. All I know is I need exposure to HBar right now, and HBar gives us a great opportunity because it's already significantly lower than it was just a couple of months back. And you can see that since March, it's now down 35%. So I need to separate the fact from Bitcoin might continue lower to knowing that HBar is already heavily discounted. It's in an area that I'm probably going to be happy at buying it, and then I just buy it. Will HBar go lower down? Maybe. Will HBar go up tomorrow? Maybe. Guys, what we are looking for is longer term. If we separate the fact that I'm not going to maybe see any gains in the next 2 months from HBar, let's say. I actually think that's wrong. I think HBar will be moving in the next 2 months. But anyway, let's just go with that mentality. And let's just do something. And let's just zoom out. And I tell you over and over again that you probably don't feel great buying HBar right now, but you probably felt great buying it up here, okay? Since then, you can see 43% down. So to get back to that area that we were recently, you're looking at 2xing your money, right? 2x. To get to there, I really don't think is that hard. It's probably going to happen at some point in the coming future. I don't know when, no one else does either. But this is the bigger picture, and this is what you won't realize. by chasing the quick and easy wins. You've still got like the 9.6x back to these highs, but we've seen the amount of development that's been going into HBar throughout the bear market. It's building for Web3, which we weren't even really ready for before. Once we start getting towards Web3, what people start realizing what Web3 really is and what it means for the average user going forward, guys, it's going to be actually incredible where HBar could potentially go. Even up to $1, which I still think is very conservative for HBar, you're looking at 17x. 17x is not to be sniffed at. Many people are like, oh yeah, well, this guy told me it's going to do 100x. This guy's going to tell me it's going to do 1000x. Well, if you've been emotionally bothered by what's just happened in Bitcoin and crypto for the last few days, where you've probably seen a drop of like 10-20%, where you get into a bull market where you see days where you make 200% and the next day you're down 50%, trust me, it's not going to be comfortable going forward. Whether or not you're going to be actually able to hold on through that emotional roller coaster as it is, who knows, okay? But we're just looking right now. If you can be unemotional and pull the trigger, maybe the prices fall further, maybe they go up, no one knows. Well, you're still going to be getting in at a nice discounted price. That's obviously not financial advice. I'm just saying that right now, I've identified the incredible tech behind HBar. I've identified that it's got a phenomenal community who are very passionate, very knowledgeable, and there's lots of good stuff going forward for HBar. So why not load up when every other little moon boy is selling right now? Because you need to buy into other people's fear, and you need to start selling when you get up towards this level and everyone's telling you it's going to go to $10. Okay, because at that point you've made your 17x, and maybe it does go to $10. You can leave in $1,000 or whatever, because you're going to be taking so much money off the table at this point. You don't even care whether or not it goes to $10 or not, because you were smart and you were buying into a bear market. Guys, I hope you enjoyed me spitting some truth yet again. If you want to hear more of that, get into my free Telegram, link down below. Also, do me a favor, it takes you 1 second, hit that like button. Really appreciate that. And if you want more updates on a daily basis, hit subscribe. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.